Okay, so I decided to add some subs in here. So what we're gonna do is we pulled up our tarp right here, our car cover. I took out the wheel and put this right here. That's the LC2i. And you get over here, this is your factory subwoofer. You're gonna go ahead and unplug your cables from it, your speaker wires from the subwoofer. You have 3 8mm bolts. I already took them out, the other one. And then there's a nut down here, 8mm. So once you do that, your sub should come right up. There we go. You're gonna pull forward a little bit and up. And in case you haven't seen it, this is your Bose sub. That's the model number in case anyone wants it. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to sit this down. Excuse my garage, excuse the Crocs. But what I'm gonna do is the 2 wires right here, I'm going to connect my LC2i to this, and I'm going to connect my amp right here to it. I have more wires and stuff I have to run, but as of right now, this is all I need to get to. I'm just gonna be running a couple 10s right now. I think they are probably Pioneer. Something cheap, but I just want to add a little bit more bass, and it's temporary. So I'm getting ready to find a hot wire and a ground wire, where the ground is going to be easy. So I'm probably going to wire this into one of the fuses. That way it can come on and off with the car. That's the fuse I'm looking for. All right, after I find everything, I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done so far, right? I went ahead and I wired up my LC2. And what I did was I wired up the power and the ground to the cigarette lighter. Has a fuse on it and everything, so it's good to go. Now, once I put it back in here, this is how it will mount. Well, the wires will be tighter, so let me go ahead and see. Let me set this back some to see if I can get this the way it's going to be. Okay, let's see. Make sure I'm good right quick. Okay. So as you can see, it's not all the way in yet because I haven't finished setting everything up. So what I did was I went ahead, I pulled the RCA cables, I pulled them down under there. I did the same thing with the remote wire from the LC2, and I have the speaker wire right here that I'm going to connect to the factory sub output. Once I do that, and once I tune this, then I would screw it down and make sure it's good to go. Also, right here, I went ahead, I cut a board so I can go ahead and place everything in there, how it's going to look. This is the AQ 2200, I think that's what it is. Got it so it'll be tilted like that. And I should still have room for the spare. Let's see. I'm doing everything with one hand, so you gotta forgive me. Got to forgive me. Hold on. I'm gonna set you down for a second. So, this is how it's going to look up inside the trunk. Might have room. Look like it's rubbing a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is probably gonna either take the actual amp off, or I'm going to adjust the bottom part of the board so it'll go back more. But I'm gonna try them both real. I'm gonna try to adjust the board first. It's the easiest and fastest thing. So I'll be right back in a few. Okay, I'm sure y'all can't tell from there, but it's in there a whole lot better. Have a little bit of room, tires in there good and everything. I'm gonna show you what I did. I just went ahead and cut the board out like that. Therefore, I have some breathing room, and I also have room for the wires. This in the trunk. It's right there. Now, I am getting ready to pull the spare tire out, ground the cable for the new amp. I am going to most likely change that positive terminal out and maybe the negative terminal too. I want to get more grounds in the back here. And that's about it for right now. Once I put a couple things together, I'll come back.